Hello everyone, Silverstruck here. Welcome to the Silverstruck channel and another Guardhouse box video. Recently I bought 60 ounces of silver at auction. Auctions are not typically where I like to buy my silver. I prefer to walk into a coin store and look at the silver, hold it and walk out with it, or a coin show if I'm lucky enough to go to a show. There aren't that many in my area. But this time around, I purchased at auction, and I was able to get most of the silver you see on the table at melt. That'd be this lot here of 20 1-ounce bars, and then these lots here of 1-ounce rounds. There was one lot of rounds that I ended up having to pay up for, got into a bidding war, but really wanted some of these, so the rest of the silver was at melt, and that one lot of 10 was at an elevated premium to be able to pick it up. But silver keeps going up, so at least at the time I'm producing this video, so not too worried about the value of the silver that I picked up. I did well with the purchase, I felt. Videos like this are just for fun, okay? So if you're not into 1-ounce vintage art bars or 1-ounce silver bars at all, don't worry, I'll have other videos on gold, platinum, numismatic coins in the future. But if you enjoy checking out 1-ounce vintage bars, grab a cup of coffee, relax, have some fun. Let's check out some silver. And with that, let's get right into it and check out these 20 bars. So, dump them out of the bag. There are a couple bars I expect not to fit, and there's one bar that isn't in this lot right here. There's the 20th bar, which I pulled out. We're going to start with that bar, and the reason why is I yanked it out of its capsule. All these bars happen to come capsuled. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on each bar, just because we have to go through quite a few of them. So I'm not going to refer to allangohard.com or the 5th edition Archie Kid book. I'll just talk about the silver that was in the lot. So here is the one I want to show, and this is kind of a classic vintage bar. This one happens to be an electric purple toner, which is why I wanted to take it out of the capsule so you could see it. And it has an eagle, and you can see the sun rays. So there's a few different varieties. There's a sun ray variety, which this one is, and a non-sun ray variety. You can see the sun right there, and then the rays in the background. As we flip this one over, check out that toning. So I'm really into bright toning. So this is electric purple and just really cool. So though I have these bars and quite a few of them, something like that, I'm just really happy to see. So back in the capsule it goes, now that I was able to share the color of the bar with you. Back in the capsule, and we'll make this the first bar into the Guardhouse box. Not all these bars will stay in the Guardhouse box. I'm gonna fill the box as much as I can today, and then some will be traded out in the weeks, months, and years into the future as I decide to mix my bars up and kind of manage my collection, if you will. Let's talk about some modern bars. Here's one right here. So this is a Sunshine Minting bar. So just a generic bar, really. But if this said Sunshine Mining, that would be your vintage variety. You can see the punch out there for the serial number. It's absent. And the reverse is just a kind of a generic reverse. So Sunshine Minting, the modern silver, just a generic. I'm going to pick on another generic that I know is in here. This one's a melter. I'm going to put it in the Guardhouse for now because it's part of the 20 bar lot. Baby's First Christmas. This one is from 2008. Some of these bars will be, this is called portrait variety, and when you flip it this way, it's a landscape variety. So some of these are interesting because they feature both portrait and landscape designs on the same bar, and that one is one of those. Moving on from here, let's check out a really cool bar. I love this one. I have one example in the stack, but this one is very nice. So we have a first silver ingot of the Valley Forge Mint Series 1973. You can see 500 grains, 3 nice fine silver. So pretty neat bar. And it's just a plain back with border. Almost actually kind of more of a frosted back with border. So in the box that one goes. So there's 4 ounces stacked. Let's see, we'll pick up on this one right here. This one is another one of those bars. It's pretty much a modern bar, not really vintage. Northwest Territorial Mint, but this one's different in the respect that Northwest Territorial Mint is no longer in business, and these bars are no longer being produced. So this would be a discontinued product and pretty much, future vintage. So if you wait long enough, even that 2008 Christmas bar is going to be vintage, but not anytime soon. All right, what else do we have? Let me talk about one of the reasons why I picked on this particular lot and was very pleased to be able to get it at the price I got it at. There's a lot of United States Silver Corporation bars in here, but there's also two of these. And this is a refiner that I don't really get a chance to talk a lot about. And I have very scant information on them. They're not featured on Engelhard.com. Yeah, I don't think they're in the Archie Kidd 5th edition book. I'm pretty sure they're not. The refiner is RMI, but they're known as Refinemet bars. And in this lot, there was a landscape variety and a portrait variety bar. And it's just really interesting. I do like bars with eagles and serial numbers. So here's the landscape variety. Please note at the beginning of the serial number, you have an A leading prefix. So as per tradition, typically A indicates an older series or a first release series. So this might be one of the older Refinemet bars if that's the system they were using. Bar number 3425 perhaps, who knows. But a pretty cool bar. And as we flip this one over, this is one that shows a portrait variety reverse. And I just think they're neat. There's a neat, clean design, just something about them. So I have a number of Refinemet bars. Refinements are one of those bars that I'll pretty much always pick up. I don't pay massive premiums on them though, because I'm pretty lucky with finding these for cheaper pricing. So here is the portrait variety. Look at how good of a condition this is in. And note it's a B leading prefix. As we flip it over, it has also a portrait variety reverse. So it's portrait on the obverse and reverse. So those two go in. As time goes on, these Refinemet bars will make it into the Guardhouse box that holds the other Refinemet bars. And that's what I mean by shifting the collection around quite a bit here and there. So let's get into talking about all of the United States Silver Corporation bars that are on the table. Let's see. Those two are the same. Perfect. All right. So 5 USSC bars, and that was another real big reason why I wanted this particular lot. Some of them are R5 rare. In the Archie Kidd 5th edition book, the rarities go from least of all rare 1 all the way to 5, and then 5 has different kind of shades of rarity based on a dollar value, really. So let's talk about these two bars. These are R5 bars, so more of your rare variety. And these are the Bald Eagle, 1975. As we flip them over to the reverse, USSC always has the same reverse, but we can see serial numbers, so pretty cool. So along with these being R5 rated, they're also a mintage of 2000, so pretty cool. They made 2,000 of these bars, and in the world of vintage bars or art bars, that's not like a super low mintage, but it's pretty good. If you're looking to collect, that's a pretty decent mintage to go after. Another bar that features an eagle. We're going to talk about this one right here. This is the 1973 Rights and Liberties bar. Classic design. And the classic reverse, United States Silver Corporation. So this bar here isn't very rare. It's just an R3 rarity, no mintage to report. Let's talk about this bar here. Here we have a Happy Anniversary 1974. This one's in great shape too. A lot of these bars were in great shape, and I think that has to do with the capsules protecting the silver. I always like to see that. That's part of the reason why I like to collect with these Guardhouse boxes. So this particular one here also does not have a mintage to report. It just has an R3 rarity value. So Midland, not really rare and not common either. So this one, though, goes back to that R5 rating. It's an interesting bar. I can remember passing on bars like this years ago. So here we have an upside down, but look at that. That's the right way. 1973 Gemini. So it's part of a series that was put together by United States Silver Corporation, Signs of the Zodiac series, with a reported mintage of 2000. So even though they don't have a serial number, the mintage in the 5th edition book says 2000. So that is an R5 rare bar. Moving on from there, we have some bars that are pretty neat and some that are, just, for example, are cool but aren't going to fit in the Guardhouse box. And this is one of those. I already tried fitting this in the Guardhouse. It just does not work. It bows out the sides. Another Eagle bar. And I haven't really done much research on this one at all. But it's a different shape, as you can see, a different diameter. So it can try to go in, but it's too tall. And it also pushes the box out. So I'll deal with that bar later. So that leaves us a possibility of 19 bars, not 20, added into this Guardhouse. Talk about a few kind of like ho-hum bars here. This one I have already again in the stack. Like I said, a lot of these are duplicates or triplicates. But again, condition rarity is another thing to look for. And this one is in superb shape. It was not kicked around the bins as some of my silver that I've collected has been. So just a mirror back. And a nice buffalo bar, so that's a pretty cool one. We're going to add that one into the Guardhouse. This one here shares the same obverse as those 1981 USA silver bars, so it's pretty interesting. But when you flip it over, it's a different reverse here. We have an APM bar, so pretty neat. I don't mind that design at all. It's a vintage bar for sure. In the Guardhouse, that one goes. One bar that I don't really have represented very well in the stack would be a Pamp Suisse. So here we have a old Pamp bar. This is the reverse. As we flip it over, you can see it's an Eagle obverse. There are some of these listed in the Archie Kidd 5th edition, but this bar was not in there that I saw, so it might be in a different edition. Don't really know much about it. Some of these bars require quite a bit of research. Moving on from there, we have some Madison Mint bars here to talk about. So glad to have some more of those represented. Before we do that, let's talk about this bar here. Another one that I haven't done much research on. Endangered species. Pretty neat. A lot of these bars here feature birds. Bald eagle. As you can see here, 1 ounce silver. Pure silver, 3/9 fine. So I haven't done much research on that one, but it is a beautiful ounce of silver added into that Guardhouse box. The last 3 are all Madison Mint bars. Glad to have them here. This one's a classic. Always a cool bar to pick up. There's a couple different varieties. Look at the serial number on this one, 000823. Pretty neat. There's a non-serialized version, and this has the Madison Mint reverse that features the bicentennial shield. 1776 to 1976. So, neat bar. Always happy to have another one of those in the collection. And these two I don't believe I have. So here, the first one up is Independence Day, July 4th, 1977. And your classic Madison Mint reverse. Very nice. And the last bar, I love stagecoaches, Western themes. A lot of you out there do. This is another Madison Mint. Here we have the Stagecoach. 4 horses there. Reminds me a little bit of the Stagecoach bars that you see, the divisible ones. And here is a nice Madison Mint. You can tell the silver is in great shape. And in the box that goes. So we were able to load up 19 bars, which means there's only 6 more bars to go in this box. Please let me know what you thought of this purchase that I made for melt silver. Was it worth it? Should I be stacking at this level? Let me know that in the comments section. And as always, thank you so much for watching.